place to work. And probably my greatest joy is doing the Native American Club, though. The first year I was working here, I taught. I got a class through curriculum to reopen a Native American class that had been here previously, and so we got that rolling. And I got students in the Native American class, and then there were some students in there that said, "Hey, we need an advisor. We really want this club, but we don't have a good advisor, and could you do this for us?" And I said, "Sure, I'd love to do it." And so right away when I started working here, I started as the advisor for the Native American Intertribal Student Alliance, and kind of been the love of my existence here. But NASA allows them to have kind of a home base. On Fridays, they know they can come here and talk about their problems. How do I get, my transfer stuff to transfer? What do I do to get scholarships? How do I do this? And so we all talk about the college experience while we're at NASA. But we also get to know each other. We talk about our problems. We talk about our joys. We celebrate everybody's birthdays and graduations, all that kind of stuff. So it's just a nice family place, and Native people are very communal. We really like family and community, and so a lot of times when they go to college or higher education places, they feel alienated and alone, and they're stressed and don't know where to turn and don't have anyone to connect with, and so a lot of them will drop out because of that kind of feeling when there's nowhere to be. So NASA gives Native students, especially if they're very traditional, that solid base, that place where they can work stuff out and feel at home and do it in the way that they're used to doing it. So I'm really happy to provide that kind of environment for those people. Because Walnut's kind of a wealthy area. But what they don't know is that around us there are some communities that are not so wealthy, like Pomona. And some of these students are struggling to just make it every day. And food is always low on the priority list, believe it or not. And so if it's no burden to me to have a little bit of breakfast and coffee in the morning for when they come in.
Everybody got food?
And then they go off to do classes every day, and then at least on Friday they get a good lunch. So it sounds crazy, but just a basic commodity like food is kind of a nice thing to give students. And if you ask students what do you like about NASA, the number one thing they'll say is food. Well, some of them become my lifelong friends. I adopt them as, in the Native tradition as family. About 12 years ago, there was a Lakota man, Jason Braveheart, who went to school here and went through some really challenging life situations while he was here. He was a returned Marine with PTSD and having struggles in his marriage, and ended up getting divorced, and then he was suicidal, and just all these things were happening to him. And I was able to help him get through that period with ceremony, things that were important to from his past that he didn't have access to here since he was from South Dakota. And so I was able to connect him to those sources and help him kind of through that difficult time. And he appreciated so much, that he wanted to be connected with me in a deeper way. So I adopted him as my son in the Native tradition. And then, so he's my adopted son now forever, even though he's in his 30s now, and it's nice, I feel like, he'll play a role in my life forever. What's the professor, it gives me a different side of students for sure. Because in the classroom, you don't ever get to know your students like you do in the club. So I get to see them as, people that have needs and, that needs a lot of times just need someone to talk to. So it's really nice to be there to talk to the students in a way that you can't when you're just student and teacher. And so I am like an auntie to them. I'm like this older lady that has some experience in life they can trust and, isn't going to judge them and they can ask things, pretty openly and honestly. So I do kind of serve as a counselor. And for me, what it does for me is it gives me a sense of fulfillment. I really feel like I'm doing something good. More than just teaching a class, I feel like I'm helping someone's life. And that's very rewarding. I've been teaching 25 years and it's starting to wear on me and I get frustrated during the regular school days. But I come here to NASA and you guys are all fun and friendly. And I don't get paid for this because nobody gives me anything for what I'm doing. This is all on my own time. So, but I enjoy doing it. That's why. And I really love you guys all like you're my own kids. That's why I keep doing it, keep coming back. So it's a happy moment. And that's why you all call me Auntie Frances. So if you don't, you should.